Well, I've been given and I've purchased many Roland Pickford paintings. And the last one is my very favorite, which is the one that was chosen for the show. And it's a painting of scenic Fresno, downtown Fresno, in the background in sort of a fog. And in the foreground is one of the last grape vineyards that's near the center of the city. So in the foreground, it's very vibrant and colorful, and it's the last of the grapes that he painted. And it's probably, I don't even know if it's still there, if it's gone. I should go and try to take a picture. But in the background was downtown Fresno, and it's in the background of the painting, and it's just a wonderful painting. Well, our family knew each other. My mom was an artist, and they were friends with the Pickfords and Dr. Button and his wife and a bunch of others, sundry characters, and I used to babysit for his children. And when I graduated from high school, he gave me a painting, and when I graduated from college, from Fresno State, he gave me another painting. And then when I was teaching in Salinas, my husband and I visited them when they stayed in their summer house in Carmel Valley. And there was a beautiful barn there, and we were just lamenting the fact that there's not a lot of nice barns anymore. So when we got married, we got that picture that he painted of the barn. And then after that, when I was teaching and finally had my own source of income, I started purchasing more of his paintings. And Glenna, his wife, was so nice, and she had the friends and family plan, which was you paid whatever you could per month until it was purchased, but you take it home now and enjoy it. So I got to have about, 4 or 5 paintings that way. And then the last one was my favorite, and that's the one I had enough money accumulated to purchase it outright, and that was fun. It's so relaxing. It reminds me so much of Fresno. He has the Fresno County area in almost all of his paintings. I know there's a few that he painted on vacation and all, but it's reminiscent of Fresno County. And his colors are so ethereal, I guess. It just takes me to the places that he painted. He has a sense of nature, that he can paint one leaf and it's just beautiful. Or persimmons. He loved persimmons in his backyard. And I often, whenever I would visit them, would go back, and there he was in his backyard painting just a leaf or a persimmon. And it meant a lot. Well, it's an honor to honor Roland, and it's also nice to have what I think is a great painting seen by a lot of people. I don't have a lot of people at my house. I work a lot. So this is a chance for me to share with friends and other people who haven't seen it. And I would love to share even more. I just think his paintings are wonderful. It gives me a nice perk when I come home and see those on the wall. Just a very dear, sweet man, kind to animals, children, and he was just so patient with everyone, and he liked everyone, and he was just a gentle soul. And he was a very bright man, yet he never showed it. I mean, a lot of people that know him, he was very bright and very talented, and he was just interested in what he was painting or you when he was talking to you. And I remember, in fact, one day trying to go out in the country to let my kids experience the country, and we took our dogs and packed in the car and went out as far as we thought we should go. And we were going to ask this man who was way over in the peach orchard if we could go ahead and go on his land. And we got closer and closer, and there was Roland hunkered down, and it was starting to rain a little bit. And here he was in the middle of a field, and we were expecting a farmer, and here's Roland hunkered over, and the raindrops hitting his painting. He says, "Isn't it beautiful the way the raindrops are on the paper?" And I said, "Are you going to leave that there?" And he said, "Oh, yes, I always do." Oh, his beautiful water techniques and the colors and just the sights of Fresno. A lot of the sites where he's painted are now gone, and I remember them way back in I'll date myself, the 60s and the 50s and the 70s. You could see a lot of the places that were in what they call now Old Fig that aren't there anymore that he painted. So it's historical as well as a remembrance of a feel of the time. They're all good. I love his Matilaha poppies that were painted in Dr. Button's front yard, because I used to pass that when I was on my way to work. And the bush is still there. It's owned by one of my ex-students now, but there's just a beautiful bush, and it reminds me of those beautiful paper-thin poppies that Patricia Button had in her front yard every spring and would cut and bring in her house. And the beach ones, I mean, we used to come and visit him sometimes when he was in Pacific Grove or in Monterey and Carmel, and I have a feel when I see that painting of how cool it was and the ocean tides coming in, and it's a great memory. I don't know, I just think that Rollin was one of Fresno's best painters, and there's many paintings of Europe that he did, in Hawaii and the Gold Country, and I've been to a lot of those places, and it's captured on the canvas, so it means a lot to me just to be able to go in my friends' homes and see his painting too.